Hey everybody, welcome back to another review of Married at First Sight. This is going to be season 14, episode 10. As always, it's your boy Big James, the Big Eye himself. And this episode was boring. It was most half of it was stupid, which is going to make this review very short because half of it was them playing with sex toys, and I don't even want to talk about that. The but let's just get into it. I'm gonna start with the first couple because I can barely. I'm trying to go off memory and I can really not remember anything about this couple, so I'm gonna start with them. It was Stephen Noy. It starts out from what I can remember with Stephen Noy was they saw Dr. Viviana. Dr. Viviana came by and she talked to them about sorry about my throat too. I've been under the weather. Uh what the hell did they talk about? I don't even remember nothing with Stephen Noy. One thing I got from Stephen Noy from them talking was Steve don't want to work. That is beyond apparent. He don't want to do shit. He he was offering the stupidest threats to the concept of him going back to work. He was like, "Well, if I go back to work, I ain't gonna be able to cook this food and clean his house." And Noy was just like, "Okay." But the thing I noticed was that when they talked about him working, they never talked about money. So I don't know because the Viviana, Noy, Steve, they never talked about, "Oh, we don't have any money, we're broke, he can't afford this, can't afford." That was never the conversation. It was just she wants him to work, not for financial reasons, but basically for security reasons. She would just feel better if he worked, and he was like, "I feel better not working." So I don't know if money's not the issue. Like he's not one payment away from being homeless or whatever. It doesn't. They don't talk like that. It's just like she would feel better and more secure and happier if he worked, and he just doesn't want to do that. And I think it bothers her to know that he can work, but it's just choosing not to. You know. And Dr. Viviana, I don't think she really has much to help because she's like a sex expert, so she doesn't have much to help with that. But it's not. And Steve is just like he just does not want. He is not going to work. He is not going back to a 9 to 5. He's just not going to do it. And if he can make money doing anything else, that's what he's going to do. If he can make money working from home or make money just doing contract work from freelancing, he's going to do that. He does not want to go to somewhere where he had to sit behind a desk and work 9 to 5. He was doing that before the pandemic, and he's like, I'm not doing that again. But I guess whatever he was doing during the pandemic to make money, to make a living, was just so much better and more satisfying and earned more that he's like, I'm not going back to that, which is great for him. But he needs to explain to Noy what's going on because that's not her reality. That's his reality. That's not hers. And he has to be open about his finances, like how much money he has. Because they were talking about it, and Viviana was like, he can live off savings. Yeah, but for how long? Was the question. And like, I want savings to be savings. And that's coming from Noah, and I understand Noah. I understand Noah and I understand Steve. So that's what makes this whole thing difficult to measure because they're both right, giving their giving what's going on in the situation. Ooh, I'm gonna try to keep this down. My throat is killing me. And if you hear any noise, that's my kids. I usually do this when they're not here. I couldn't do it. I couldn't avoid that now. So now they're watching movies and playing and stuff. So you hear any noise, that's who that is. Uh, they're out on spring break, so they're not in school right now. What was I talking about? Stephen Noy. Yeah, Noy. It's her upbringing that makes her want to know that you have steady, stable income. And Steve has figured out how to live without steady, stable income. And they're going to continue to bump heads on that. And I think until they have a legitimate talk about money, I don't think they have. They're not going to get anywhere, and they're not having sex as far as I can tell. I think as far as anybody can tell, and they're not even. That's not even on their mind right now. It's basically just Noy trying to figure out how much money this man got, and he is trying to figure out how can he not tell her how much money he got. That's it with them. I can't think of anything else they did that was of significance or note. So I don't know. I'm probably forgetting something. I know they had the sex baskets with the dildos and the stuff. I don't want to talk about that at all. I'm not gonna talk about that with any of the couples. So I'm moving on. Next couple is, it's so great to only have four couples too. Let's go to, I'm gonna go to Mark and Lindsay. Lindsay's talking to her friends on a Zoom chat, and I don't like this because she's telling her friend all of her and Mark's business about how, Mark's not satisfying her. She's not happy how he was so good at first, but stuff been coming up lately, and they're trying to get back on track and all this other stuff. And it's like, listen, why are you telling all your business? Because Lindsay talks too fucking much, and I'm sure everybody knows that's abundantly clear. She talks too fucking much. She never shuts up, and she really needs to shut up. And her friend asked her, like, so if it's all these problems, why are you staying? And she does, like, for the money thing. I don't know, because Mark don't have no money. She already clowned about how much money she got. So I guess whatever money is involved in this show is the reason why she's sticking to it or whatever. Dr. Viviana comes through, and Mark and Lindsay are just, because she came to talk about sex, and they're not having sex. They were, but they've stopped because Mark doesn't want to have sex with Lindsay anymore. And they're giggling when she brings it up, like two fucking school kids. And then she asks, how has the sex life been? And Lindsay is like, terrible. No, Mark doesn't say anything. Mark does, he just sits there and looks at her and looks at Dr. Viv. And Lindsay's like, terrible, it's not good. I'm not getting off. Like it was all right at first. It was decent for the first time. Said, I'm gonna take care of you. And it was okay. It wasn't nothing great. It was just disrespectful and rude. And Mark was just sitting there listening to her, and Dr. Viviana was like, do you want to have a good sex life? And Lindsay was like, yeah. She was like, well, maybe you should stop being so rude when you talk about it. Because this does not make Mark want to have sex with you. It doesn't make him want to do anything. It doesn't make him. And Mark has told her that. How she talks, how she acts, how she behaves, it's a turn on to him. He doesn't want anything to do with her. So she's complaining about the sex, but she doesn't see how she plays a role in it. And I'm glad that Viviana called her on that because she was being very, very rude. She's always been very rude to Mark. She's always been very disrespectful. I don't think they're going to make it. And Lindsay says, she thought Mark could handle her, but apparently he can't. Like, oh, he thought he could, because whatever he thought he was at, he thought, oh, can't nobody be higher than that? She's higher than that. And Mark is like, Lindsay is too much. She's a lot. But he does like her. I guess he is attracted to her. But I think it's more of her personality and how she treats people and how she behaves that really turns him off. And if he doesn't have that mental and emotional connection, he just can't. So they are not getting freaky anymore. And I'm on Mark's side too. If this is the thing, if it's so bad from Lindsay, what she's saying, like, he doesn't have good sex, it doesn't feel good to her, she doesn't get anything, why is she running up behind him trying to get sex so much? If you don't like it, because he's not liking it, but at least that's the thing about it that struck me. He doesn't seem like he likes having sex with her either. It's not good for him, but he's not going to put her down and insult her and be rude to her. He's just going to not sleep with you. She putting him down and insulting him and disrespecting him, but she's still trying to get it. I don't know. Don't make no sense to me. I think later on she's talking to, who's she talking to? I can't remember. I can't remember what I'm finna say now. But Lindsay and Mark are just, they're odd. God, what happened with them? I can't remember what they did now. I'm sorry, it's not gonna be that good an episode. I'm all over the place with my thoughts. I can't remember what happened with them, Lindsay and Mark. Because she was talking to someone about how she's not getting out. Basically, that's all she's talking about. Is how it's not good to her. That's all she talked to. She talked to the other girls about it. Viviana about it, Mark about it, her friends about it, everybody like she's just not enjoying sex. Later on, they clearly had sex at some point because she said that because she was talking about it, and she said that they were feeling better, they had did better. I think Mark said it too, like he had sex with, they had slept together again, and it was a little better for him. He was because he was feeling like a more connection to him after talking to Dr. Viviana. So, and that's when they started doing this damn show. Mark and Lindsay got their little basket of sex toys from Dr. Viv. And they just thought I did not need to spend 10 minutes looking at Mark's crotch as he wore like a candy thong. Didn't need that. I don't think anyone needed that. But they were having fun, so whatever. The next couple I'm gonna go to is Michael and Jasmina. Jasmina's fucking crazy. Because I swear I think she is physically attracted to him. I really do. I think she likes his look. She talks about his body, says she likes his arms, and she's always complimenting how good a shape he's in. I don't think she just likes. I think she finds him boring and uninteresting. I think between the two of them, she is a lot. He doesn't reflect like you see them when they're together, and she has a lot of positive energy in her. But Michael never gets up to meet it, so she always comes down. But that's just his energy level. He is excited and he is happy, but he doesn't show it that well. Anyway, so they were goofing off. They goof off a lot, but then they get very serious and intense a lot too. That's why I'm like this shit. I don't know what the fuck going on here. Dr. Viviana comes over and they say that their biggest problem is communication, and basically he doesn't turn her on, or she doesn't get turned on. So she wants him to flirt with her and hit on her and do that. He's not doing that. I haven't seen him do that at all. And I think Jasmina is just she's so pretty and so beautiful. I think she is very used to being pursued by men because she told the girls that when they were talking that she misses, dating. She misses guys hitting on her and coming after her. And now that she's with Michael, that's not happening. And she wants that to happen. That's what I was talking about with Lindsay. Lindsay said the same thing that she used to talk to these. That's what I would want. She was talking to these. She likes dating. She misses dating. Lindsay said that her dating life was better than her marriage life because she had better sex. She was pursued by high quality men with a lot of money, men with a lot of stuff, men that had a lot going on were coming after her. And that's who she was with before she married Mark and did this. And I'm like, that's bullshit. Or you met these guys, they went on one date with you, they smashed, and they didn't talk to you ever again. Because if that was the case, how did you end up here? So I knew Lindsay was full of shit. If you were meeting all these rich guys that had it going on, that was giving you that good stroke and all this other stuff, how did you end up here? If you had it like that. So I think she's full of shit. With Jasmina, I believe her. I believe that she likes getting pursued. I believe she likes getting hit on. She likes people flirting with her. And Michael's not doing that. And that rubs her kind of the wrong way. That makes her feel some kind of way. So she was just like, she don't like, I don't get wet. Because if people don't flirt with me or they don't come at me or hit on me like that, she don't feel it. She don't get in the mood. And Michael's not doing that. I think a lot of their stuff is because of that. What Michael's not doing, and because of what she already has a preconceived notion of about him. And so Dr. Viviana gives them an exercise to do to improve their communication because that's really what it is. To write down their thoughts and then read them. And Michael was like, I think that's a good idea. We should do it. And Jasmine was like, no, you should do it because I can communicate just fine. You're the one with the problem. And he was like, but it's a problem we're both having. It's a problem in our relationship between us. It's an exercise for two. And she's like, no, it's an exercise for you. And she is just cutting him off, talking over him. And Michael, you can see the frustration in his face that the thing that he's complaining about is that she interrupts him. She doesn't let him finish speaking, but she thinks he's doing that to her. She was just cutting him off. We're talking to Viviana on the couch. They were talking. She was just cutting him off. He couldn't express one thought. He couldn't say anything. She was jumping in, cutting him off everything. So they had exercise, which is mostly for her. I mean, let's be honest here. She swears she can communicate good and she can't. Michael is just not getting his thoughts out, or he feels like he can't say anything. That's what's holding him up. Is he feel like he just can't talk because she's talking all the time. And when he opens his mouth, she jumps in it. Jasmina was just way too fucking much. And then she acts like she's frustrated. And she has to leave and go out, take a break. I'm like, you had this entire argument, and I don't think Michael participated in it. You're upset and pissed over what you're doing to him, not what he's done to you. He hasn't cut you off. He hasn't interrupted you. He is letting you get all your stuff out, but you go out and you swear that he's doing that to you. What you're doing to him is what he's doing to you. She is not as good a communicator as she believes she is. She's not as, I don't think she's as good of a person as she thinks she is. Because she lacks complete self-awareness. She is completely unaware of what she's doing. And that probably is intentional. She doesn't want to face who she really is. They didn't even show them with the damn sex toy. There ain't no fucking way. Jasmine would have threw that shit out the window as soon as it arrived. There's no way they're gonna make it if she don't calm the fuck down. If she don't get it together, it's on her. It really is. It's not on him because he's doing everything right. She has the beliefs that are driving her and focusing her, and he is just trying to get by. It seems like he is just scared to open his mouth because he don't know what she's gonna do. And there ain't no way to live. The next couple is Katina and Olajuwon. Olajuwon is an asshole. Olajuwon ain't worth a damn, and he don't care about this girl, and he don't care who knows he don't care about her. He is when Viviana comes over, he was like he had expectations. Now this is what pisses me off. He has expectations about someone he doesn't even know. He's telling her she's not grown. He's telling her she doesn't know. He's calling her stupid, childish, immature, and all this other shit. And basically all that stuff describes him. He feels like because he goes to work and he knows how to sweep a fucking floor, he's more mature. And he's told her that, well, she works from home. He has to go to work at night. He like, I don't see her doing work, so I feel like she doesn't work if I don't see her doing it. So if she's done no work all day, she should be able to do this. But it was like, motherfucker, you don't know what she's doing all day. You just admitted you don't see her doing anything, so you don't know what she's doing. You know she's going to work. You know she's doing stuff, but you don't know what it is. So you're like, it ain't really a job. And that's ignorant on his part. But instead of him saying that that's ignorant on me, he's like, that's her fault. He wants her to cook and clean. And like Viviana said, like, we watched all the tape, we heard it. Why is the only thing you ever talk about is cooking and cleaning? Why is that the only thing you care about? And he keeps putting up his expectations. And Katina has not given any of her expectations for him because she doesn't have any, because she doesn't know him. It's one thing to get to learn someone and then form your thoughts and opinions on them. He formed his before he ever even met her. She don't cook. That's it. And she's been open about that since day one. That ain't her thing. And she don't want to do it. But he's like, well, my wife has to. He has no position to make any demands on what it means to be a woman or a wife. He doesn't know. He's never been one a day in his life. So how would he know? I don't think he likes her because they're not sleeping together. And I think he should go back to dating white women that are okay with him treating them like this. Because Katina is crying because of the stuff he's saying and how he's talking to her, and he don't give a fuck. He's like, I'm a man. I'm gonna just say what I want to say. It's all to him. To him, it's all about him and his feelings and what he wants. He does not care what she wants. He doesn't care what her expectations are. He doesn't care how she thinks or nothing. He views her as there to please him. She's a thing, not a person. It seems as though he talks like he's getting it slowly and he's coming along because he had a mindset of serial dating, just woman to woman to woman, just going from chick to just no relationships, just sleeping with people. So that's the mindset that he was already in, and I guess he's trying to come out of that mindset, but he should have did that a long time ago. I don't even want to talk about him no more. They got sex toys, and I think she put dog collar and ball gag stuff in his mouth and stuff. So it was just weird, And I couldn't. I just didn't like it. But I don't think any of these couples that are left are going to make it at all. I think they're all in trouble. Go on back there. Kids running around. I really don't. I don't think Mark and Lindsay, the only couple that has a chance is Steve and Noah. And the only way that makes it is if Steve just comes out and tells her how much money he's got or don't got or whatever. But the other three, no. Because everybody's so set in their mind on what they want. Now here's the other thing. Katina and Lajuan will probably still be together for decision day because Katina is trying very hard. And I feel like she's biting her tongue and holding herself back because she doesn't want to look a certain way on TV and she doesn't want to embarrass him. If she shakes that thought or that feeling, that could change. But right now, as long as she keeps holding back and pulling back, they'll make it to decision day purely off of her. But otherwise, no, not a chance of hell. Oh, I'm sorry for the short, brief episode. I can't talk that well, and my kids bothering me, and I'm trying to hurry up and get through it. But hey, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. And yo, I'll catch y'all next episode, man. Peace.